Good afternoon, YouTube. Today is day 3 of the journey of being a profitable trader. I'm just going to read my little diary entry today. So today, I didn't take any live trades, but instead I focused on forward testing the liquidity concepts that I've been learning. Yesterday, I shouldn't have traded my live account, not live account, but my challenge account. Taking the losses were a confirmation to me that I need to truly grasp this concept before I start trading it. But today felt great, simple and clear. And yesterday, talking with my girl about targets helped me see the bigger picture and be patient. Because we was talking about, sorry, I gotta pick my nose. We was talking about, like where we're gonna go and like what time and time frames and stuff. And it just made me think, like, realistically, if we're planning to go somewhere within 4 months, even just spending a few weeks of not trading and just really like doubling down on homework and getting the grasp of this concept, then I will be so much better for it, instead of just trying to grasp it and then feeling like I've got it and then jumping in and then getting humbled and letting that cycle repeat. I just need to take some time to really master this concept, because I'm watching it and it's I hate to say this, but it feels like the truth. Like, it feels like the market's truth. Like, it's just the way that price moves, and it's mad to watch. But yeah, I'm just gonna go over real quick. I did do some forward testing, which basically I was watching the market and I was taking like hypothetical trades. And these forward tested results were really good. So I'm just gonna talk about what they were. So I realised that something from yesterday. Oh yeah, yesterday also I did some homework, and after I took them losses, I was watching some YouTube videos, and I basically made this kind of sheet. So everything that I was learning, I was just writing it down. Learning about internal and external liquidity. Basically how to find where price is likely to go next. Figured out like inducement zones before POIs, sweeps and stuff like that, which I would definitely go into more detail with soon. But yeah, anyway, so with that in mind, today I set up my trade with this. I created myself an external range, which was on the 15-minute. I did look at the 1 hour and the daily, and I gave myself like a little idea. But yeah, what I made, basically kept it fairly simple. I made myself this 15-minute external range, and then yeah, this is essentially the POI of the 15-minute range. This order block here, and then I logged on around here 9 o'clock. So then what I did was dropped to the 1 minute and created myself an internal range. So when I logged on, which was at 9 o'clock, which was like here, I saw that this was the range, this to there. That was a strong high, that was the weak low. And even within that range, it was creating ranges. So like, yeah, I don't know, I was just watching that. So what I saw was that price action basically induced sellers here. It came really close to the POI, and then failed to make any real break structure. It did break structure a little bit, but yeah, I just saw that. And then when I saw price coming back to it and sweep it, I was like, okay, that's the entry right there. So entered there. The first target was, I was either going to target this. No, that low didn't exist. Sorry, what I'm on about. The first target was just a 3-to-1, simple 3-to-1. Like, I knew that there's liquidity resting there. I did anticipate that this was going to be taken. So after I saw that, I was like, okay, I moved my target to there. So it's a 3.7-to-1. And then yeah, watched price play out. Saw it reverse, and then I noticed that we had the same thing forming inside of this 1 minute range. So another trap was forming. We had all this liquidity sitting above here. So I marked it out, but originally I marked it out there. And I've kept this here, but this was a wrong entry. So I just want to quickly show that as an entry. This was wrong, even though actually it was 500. No, what's going on here? It didn't actually stop it out. I don't know what that is. I'm sure it was there. Anyway, but if this was on an FTMO account, it would have been stopped out. But yeah, but I kept this here just to show myself that this was the wrong entry. So I saw this liquidity here, and then I saw it sweep here, and in my head I'm like, okay, psychological number. There's a 6,400 there. Cats in. Why are you eating fucking leaves, mate? So that was my hypothetical entry there, and I put my stop loss above this candle that created the fair value gap. But then I realised that the key to this is finding liquidity by POIs, not just finding liquidity anywhere. So with that in mind, this was my next entry because of this fair value gap here, and then this became an invalid entry, even though I would have been stopped out on it, but either way I would have re-entered if it did get stopped out. This was the fair value gap, and I was just waiting for price to either come to it a little bit or close it. So I had my entry just pretty much like at the entrance of the fair value gap. I could have also kind of done more of a confirmation entry where price shows a sign of reversing anyway, and realistically that would have been the exact same entry point anyway. So and then by then this had been created as liquidity, so I was like, okay, that could be the first target. Would have been like a 1 to 2.5 or something. But I just had faith in the strategy and watching this guy. Liquidity University. He's a sick man. So I just figured that firstly, this low, all these lows here are going to be target 1, so that's what I had for that. And then zooming out, I do think that this is the next target here, but I just thought realistically we can't expect price to come that far, so my next target was this low here, which equal to a really nice 5-to-1. And that's another thing the guy says in Liquidity University. He says, like, the target should be that POI, but don't target the POI, target the liquidity near the POI, because literally just like we're seeing now, like the price doesn't have to go all the way to there straight away. It should still go there realistically, but like just take the money when it presents itself in it. And it smacked perfectly, so I feel really confident about it. I just need to, I want to keep testing it. I'm not ready to trade it properly yet, but I want to keep testing it. I'm gonna maybe back test tomorrow, or just maybe do the same thing again, just take some hypothetical trades, just watch the market as it creates. But realistically, it's such an interesting and clear strategy that it makes so much sense that price is just constantly setting up liquidity and taking liquidity, just completing cycle after cycle, and if there's no liquidity there, that's why it builds up liquidity. Like, this is just a build of liquidity here, ready to be taken again, just to push in the opposite direction. And it's been really good. So day 3, it's still early days, but yeah, I'm appreciating the journey. Like I was saying, setting a few goals. Like the goal is to basically have enough money to start traveling and have be funded and like have a really good strong grasp on trading by the summer. Um, so yeah, that's the target, and it makes me feel better because I'm not rushing to be like, okay, I need money tomorrow, I need money next week. Like it's just like roughly 5 months. That gives me more than enough time to really grasp this shit. But yeah, man,